Galactic Empire in New World. What will happen if the Galactic Empire suddenly appears in the New World?
There is a technological gap that no one in the New World can bridge. Magic versus the Force. Arrow and spear versus turbolaser.
Starwars versus Japan summon or Nihonkaku Shoukan.
Please like, subscribe, and turn on notification button to get new story every time I uploaded it.
Part 2 Chapter 5 Aftermath Battle of Yavin.
Archive Huiz is the Chief Secretary to Governor Trivat.
The two secretaries under him are Erman Krustif, Secretary for Governor's Activities, and Herman Armit, Secretary for Company Activities. Just now, Archive received word from the doctor who treated Trivat that Governor Trivat was able to walk.
Although it was still not smooth, so the doctor had allowed Trivat to start working on matters from his position again.
However, the doctor advised that only important matters be discussed, as well as avoid things that would make Governor Trivat think too much.
Archive had spoken to Admiral EDAT to accompany him to Trivat to begin telling him what had happened while Trivat was in the hospital. Both agreed that not everything would be said, so that Trivat could still rest. Despite the doctor's orders, the news they just received regarding the destruction of the Death Star must be reported.
This is because the news is very important and must be followed up immediately. Moreover, there are important and urgent letters that must be replied to from the Emperor regarding it.
Arriving at Trivat's room, they found Trivat eating a snack.
Trivat motioned for the two to sit beside his bed. First, they tell what happened to Trivat that caused Trivat to be like that. Trivat asked if it was possible to reproduce the incident.
Admiral EDAT said they could not know for sure what happened, much less reproduce what happened.
But Trivat insisted on asking to conduct an investigation into the phenomenon that happened to him. Trivat argues that if this phenomenon can be used as a weapon,
then there is no way to prevent it, and important people can be killed without anyone being able to prevent it.
Therefore, the causes of this phenomenon must continue to be investigated.
Admiral EDAT will pass on orders to the scientific community from Mito to carry out Governor Trivat's orders. Then Archive informs Trivat of the Death Star's destruction 5 days ago.
This is the news Trivat has been waiting for, because with this event it can be concluded that it is currently 0 BBY. The fictional Star Wars timeline says that Trivat has only 4 years left before the Emperor dies.
And the Empire is destroyed at the Emperor's orders.
Trivat asked, what was the reaction of the Emperor?
According to the news we got, the Emperor was furious. There is news that the person who brought the news that the Death Star was destroyed was killed by the Force lightning that came from the Emperor when he went out of control. Archive replied,
Not surprising.
Losing a military asset as big and expensive as that would, of course, make people angry. One of the drawbacks of centralizing military assets into one. You cannot put all your eggs in one basket. Trivat mumbles.
In addition to personal anger, Trivat's two subordinates also reported that the Emperor was very angry,
and that many heads had been lost because of the Emperor's punishment.
The Emperor conducted an internal assessment of all the governors, marks, and fleet leadership.
There were many people who were replaced, and some were even punished.
The Emperor ordered an increase in military capabilities and the strengthening of the local military and fleet to narrow the movement of the rebellion.
Trivat was told that Mito was one of the highest rated by the Emperor, and the Emperor gave Mito a special congratulatory letter and ordered Mito to upgrade his local troops, including acquiring new or used starships from Fleet Command. In addition, the Emperor also wished Trivat a speedy recovery and apologized for not being able to personally come to visit Trivat.
Even though the Emperor had a very high position, the Emperor's closeness to the Trivat family caused the Emperor to feel bad not to visit Trivat. In addition, the Emperor also delivered a personal letter asking the Trivat company to support a secret project as a freight forwarder. The Emperor asked for 1,000 freighters to support a secret project. This is because the events that occurred on Death Star had caused the Emperor to become suspicious of many people around him.
While it required a lot of support to carry out the secret project,
one of the people the Emperor still trusts is the Trivat family, in this case, Governor Trivat. It is known that the secret project is located in Endor.
Trivet knew right away that it was a Death Star project. The Emperor in his letter mentions that because of the importance of this, he only trusts a few parties to carry out a secret project Death Star 2. Therefore, help from Trivet is highly expected, and the Emperor promises a very good reward, although it is not stated what the reward is. Currently, Trivet's carrier has a fleet of 8,436 ships across the galaxy, so the Emperor's request is easily met.
Trivet asked Arkiv to submit to his company to increase the purchase of cargo ships and passenger ships by 300 ships each.
Trivet also asked Arkiv to write a letter to the Emperor to agree to the Emperor's request. Even Trivet stated that he would contribute raw materials and components
for the secret project Death Star project as a friend of the Emperor.
It is hoped that Trivet will give the Emperor more freedom to prepare for the fall of the Galactic Empire.
And Trivet hopes to delay the completion of Death Star 2, which would also delay the fall of the Galactic Empire.
In addition, according to Emperor Trivet's request, Arkiv asked Quart Drive Yards and Central Command to request additional ships.
Trivet asked for an additional Star Destroyer and Dreadnought heavy cruisers. Again, Trivet chooses starships that require large crews, even though the Dreadnought heavy cruiser is
an ancient ship that is usually in the mothball fleet in Quart.
Trivet did this because he wanted to make sure the military was ready for the chaos that was coming.
He also thought that choosing an ancient ship would speed up the arrival of the starship,
since the ship could only be activated from the mouthball fleet.
We should have more ships in a short period of time to strengthen our strength.
In addition, the families of military personnel who will be assigned to Mita will be able to increase our population and improve our economy. Hopefully many of the military personnel's family members have the skills we'll need or can grow a business in Mito. Trivet continued. A thought that is unique and has far-reaching implications, praised Admiral Aedat.
Trivet also ordered Admiral Aedat to begin moving the families of military personnel stationed in Mito to Mito at Trivet's expense,
using additional passenger ships and goods to be purchased.
It is expected that within 1 year, all the personnel families stationed in Mito will have been transferred to the Mito planet.
Thus, Trivet hoped that the population of Mito could be increased as much as possible.
Trivet also asked Arkiv Huiz to prepare an immigration program for Mito to increase Mito residents. Trivet reasoned that this was done to improve Mito's economy so that Mito could act as an important hub in the outer region. Trivet also ordered Admiral Aedat to ask Admiral Crumble to search for hidden planets in unknown regions that could be outposted.
The planet must be able to support life and have sufficient natural resources around it so
that the outposts and colonies to be built can be self-sufficient. Trivet reasoned that the outpost would be used as a military fortress, where military forces could be hidden to be able to carry out surprise attacks
against the rebellion which is active in the outer region and reduce the movement of pirates in the outer region.
Trivet also ordered Arkiv Huiz to contact his company to be able to build an additional shipyard in Mito. In addition, Trivet ordered the creation of a new starship design division and starfighter.
Trivet reasoned that he wanted to expand the business by making starships and starfighters. Don't forget to contact the legal department of my company to start a subsidiary in the manufacturing of starships, small spacecraft, and starfighters.
Trivet reminded Arkiv Huiz.
Okay, sir. I'll call the corporate center in Coruscant.
Arkiv Huiz said.
With that order, Trivet finished the meeting because he was already feeling very tired, because his body was still not fully recovered. The two said their goodbyes and left to carry out Trivet's orders.
After that, Trivet rested until the afternoon.
But in the afternoon, he insisted on taking a walk outside to breathe in the fresh air. The doctors and nurses were a bit surprised at the terms he used, but in the end they gave him permission.
With a nurse by his side and a medical droid pushing him, Trivet moved around in a wheelchair.
He took in the sights of the city of Mito that were previously only known from Trivet's original memories. There was a garden in the compound that had flowers that looked alien to Trivet. What a beautiful sight in the afternoon, Trivet said. Yes, sir. Today the weather is quite good, a little cloudy, but still sunny. As we approach sunset, it will be very beautiful, said the nurse accompanying Trivet.
That's right. It's been a long time since I've enjoyed a view like this. Too busy with work,
Trivet said. I've even forgotten the smell of open air like this.
I don't know when I last enjoyed it.
Ooh, don't be too busy, sir.
Not good for your long-term health.
The nurse said.
Right. I suggest that at least once a week you relax to let go of the drudgery of work.
The medical droid said, otherwise you will burn out. Trivet continued to walk around the hospital garden.
He came across an old lady who was also a patient at the hospital.
Good afternoon, madame. Are you a patient too? I hope you get well soon, greeted Trivet.
Oh, Governor Trivet, I am very happy and honored to meet you, Governor. We thank you for leading this sector so well.
The old lady said. That is my duty, madam, Trivet said politely.
Oh, you are truly a polite young man.
May the force always be with you, sir.
I wish you a speedy recovery. I heard that you had an accident at work.
The old lady said. Thank you, madam.
I will take a walk first, madam.
While I am still here, I will enjoy this beautiful afternoon view. Trivet said. Very well, sir. Once again, I wish you a speedy recovery, sir, said the old lady. Trivet returned to stroll in the park. The alien scenery that has a similar rhythm to the metropolitan scenery on Earth, especially in Jakarta, causes Trivet to feel homesick for his home on Earth.
Finally, after circling the park for an hour, he returned to his room.
Inside his room, he looked out of his window at the view of the city of Mito. What can be done has been done.
May time and luck be on my side, thought Trivet.
End of Part 2, Chapter 5.